Most people don't know this one easy, simple trick in Ableton to change up sounds like that.
All right, for this example, I just have a basic vocal that I brought in from Splice. All right, cool. So we have the vocal. In the bottom left under the warp marker here, it usually defaults to beats, maybe complex. You're gonna wanna keep it in beats. This generally starts on transients, but you're gonna wanna change it to one of the different parameters here. For this example, we use 1/16. Underneath in these lines, you want the one arrow with the single line. And right here is your transient envelope. For this example, I'm just gonna pull it down to say 50, and we'll hit play on that vocal now. Now, if you don't wanna pull this little thing up and down here, you can actually automate it by going over here to envelopes. And then in the bottom down here, it'll show clip, and it should show transient envelope if you click that last, or you can select it from the list. And on the transient envelope, we can kind of do just a simple little, for this example, a filter here, sweeping down. And you can even curve it up a little bit if you want, and then we'll see how that sounds.
It's a super nice way to get vocal chops kind of like that. You just take whatever vocal you have, you can automate certain parts of it to just have the tail end kind of vocal chop at either eighths, quarter notes, 16th notes, whatever you want.
So you don't just have to use it on vocals, you can pretty much use it on anything, but one of my favorite things to use it on is hat loops or tops. So I have the sample from Splice here. Very exciting, very loud, but you can use the same thing down in the bottom left here. Instead of having it on quarter notes or 16th notes or 8 notes, we're gonna leave it on transients. Change this to the arrow with the straight line again, and just pull this down and start to get the instant effect.
Honestly, for hats, it's like one of my favorite things because it takes a hat loop that maybe thousands of people use and kind of makes it unique. You can also use it to kind of automate to the beginning of your song to keep it a little bit lower energy, and as you go through the song and crescendo, it gets louder. So I would highly recommend it. Use it on pads, use it on atmospheres. You can use it to make stutters on things. It's like one of the quickest ways that I love using.
And I just want to show it in context. As you can see here, I have the transient envelope automated all the way down, not all the way down, but to about 62% on the bottom side. And here is what it sounds like on the vocal.
Hopefully this helps you in your production and makes your songs and samples sound way better.